Christmas is over, so if you can't stand the heat, stay away from the fire. What's up, Raider Nation? I am the Commish, coming to you live, as always, from Hardcore Sounds Live Studios. Deep behind the enemy line, this is Raider Reaction. And in case you forgot how to get here, because it's been a while, I want to give you guys some simple directions. Just down the street, past the house with the boarded up windows. Make sure you stop at the corner, ask my man Joe. He's a gentleman, he's a scholar, as well as a man of commerce. Slip him what you should. He will point you in the right direction. He's going to tell you to take a left and then a right. And as you find yourself strolling down the street, minding your own goddamn business, a cool breeze will hit you that chills you right to your skeletal core. And you'll find yourself asking, was that the autumn wind? You goddamn right. Should you venture down that deep dark alley? Well, of course you should. Because what you're going to find at the end is a special little place that we like to call deep behind the enemy line. This is Raider Reaction. And, you mother... They've always got to do some nonsense and change things up. And hold on, they completely have done some stupid shit. Why has Facebook always got to mess with shit? Like, always? Because now, I'm not sure I can add Prime in the frickin' show. You gotta be shitting me. Hold on a second. Technical difficulties. See, this is what we get when Mark Zuckerberg keeps playing with his fucking toys, man. Leave shit alone. Hold on. Bear with me. Just a second. Let me switch cameras here. We'll have to switch you to the Philip Rivers sits to pee camera. We apologize. We'll be back with you shortly. Technical difficulties. Yeah, for real, Prime. They just completely changed everything, and I have not figured out how to add you to the show now. I can block your ass, though. Well, ain't that fucking great? Isn't that dandy? Well, we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Man, see, this is what happens when we do live shows and we fly without a net. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, moving along, we're going to get into all of the games of the week this week, and we want you to join in with us as we select who we think's going to win all of the slated games in week 12. This will be a what the fuck rant. Goddamn bullshit. Fucking with my shit. There ain't even an option anymore. They removed it. How do you remove it? There's no add nobody. There's no nothing. It's gone. You fucking removed it. How could you do that? You stupid son of a bitch, Zuckerberg. I wonder if he has like this algorithm that every time somebody's cussing his name, he like sees it. It's in the post, and it's like, God damn it, I got motherfuckered 10,000 times today. All right, there we go. We're gonna do this old school way till we figure out what the hell. They obviously just switched this in the very, very recent future or past here. Because this has not ever been a fucking issue before in 3 goddamn years. That you're gonna fucking pull this shit today? For Ghost of the Post? Right when we're getting ready to do some shit? What the hell? We're going old school.
Hello.
Hold on. We're going old school. This ain't the first time we've had this ain't our first rodeo here. Alright. Let me kill some sword. All right, Prime's with the show, audio-wise.
What's up, football fans? Yeah, I am sitting here right in Prime Studios. I got my cup full of purple, and I'm ready to pick some games and talk about some football. I missed you guys. How's everybody doing tonight?
Purple. All right. Well, it's better to, you've got more of a face for radio anyway, so we'll just go.
Yeah, you know it.
So we'll run with it. Wow, we'll take you in any damn way we can get you, Prime. So, Indianapolis at Houston. We'll start there. It's the Thursday night game. This is a big game for the Raider Nation, Prime, because you've got both of these teams are locked right now at atop their division at 6-4, and one team has beat the Raiders and one team lost to the Raiders. So we've got a little interest in this game and how this shakes out. We'd kind of lean more towards the Colts since we beat the Colts and we didn't beat the Texans. Because if it comes down to a wild card, I'm not sure how we want that to fare out. So Indianapolis at Houston, interesting matchup. I know you're a Deshaun Watson fan. I'm sure you got him starting this week in fantasy as well. So what's your thoughts here?
Even though Deshaun Watson laid an absolute egg last week. I mean, the Texans were totally outclassed by Baltimore. It was crazy. I thought that game was going to be more of a shootout. I thought there was going to be some sort of, competition there, but no, Baltimore came out and whooped them. So now you got like a wounded dog in the corner right now with the Texans. And the Texans are going to I think they're going to take it to the Colts. Right? Jacoby Brissett's back. The Colts are sneaky good. I don't know, they got some bums on their team, but their starting running back is hurt. Marlon Mack is out indefinitely or something. I don't know how long he's out, but anyway. Yeah. I think it's going to be the Texans all day here.
I agree with you. The Colts are a little beat up at the quarterback position, and I agree. The Texans are not as bad as they looked last week, but man, they looked really bad. Prime. That was a really kind of a teller of a game, almost. I mean, that was the first time you kind of seen them step up against the kind of playoff talent they're supposed to be, and man, they look really bad. Did they look really bad, or did the Ravens look really, really good?
It was a little bit of both. And honestly, I think that's the kind of game that gets a coach like Bill O'Brien fired. I mean, you cannot go up against other, AFC contenders and just go out and have the worst performance ever in your NFL career. I got to put that on the coach, though.
I agree with T, man. As long as the Raiders win out, we don't have to worry about others. But the reality of the matter is, I don't think we're going to run the table. I'm a realist, and we're going to drop 1 or 2. I honestly say we go 4-2 down the stretch, but we'll get to that later. So you're going with Houston? I got to agree with you, Prime. Indianapolis is beat up at the quarterback position, and Houston's not as bad as they looked last week. I think they're going to bounce back, and I got to go with Houston as well on Thursday night game. Throw it up in the comments, guys. Who you guys got? You got Texans, you got the Colts in the Thursday night game. We got Prime on the phone with us as Mark Zuckerberg has decided to fuck with the goddamn live stream shit again, and so we couldn't get Prime in video, but we got him audio-wise, so it's better than nothing.
That's right. That's all the Prime you need right now.
There we go. Tampa Bay at Atlanta. They're battling for the cellar of the NFC South. Fucking, we shouldn't spend a lot of time on this game. Who you got, Prime?
Oh, I'm going Falcons. They're actually playing really good football right now, and when you have a team with Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, it's only a matter of time before they start connecting and making stuff happen, and that offense starts moving. So, yeah, I'm going Falcons.
Man, it looks like everybody was going Houston except for Heath. Heath's going Colts. He's standing man all by himself. Now, on to Atlanta. Atlanta at Tampa Bay. I agree with you, Prime. The last couple weeks, Atlanta's kind of showed the weapons that we all knew they had. And Tampa Bay has... Man, I don't know what fuck Bruce Arians. I don't know if it was just a little too much swag for Bruce Arians that he thought he could come back and fix that shit. Because, man, I don't think he's doing him any help there. I really don't. He's kind of sitting back.
Winston is a joke, man. Jameis Winston is a joke. That guy, I mean, he might have a couple of games. So I'll give him like almost 2 games a year where he looks really good. And then he's going to have a bunch of 4 and 5 interception games.
Yeah, Jameis Winston's trash, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That guy, if you've ever heard that guy in a post-game interview, he's dumb as a box of rocks, man. That's a good thing that guy can fucking throw a ball, because otherwise he'd be sacking groceries somewhere.
Yeah, well, he's not too far from sacking groceries already, so.
Yeah, well, he's made enough. He's made enough sucking off the tit of the sucking ears to at least not have to sack groceries. So we're both, we're lining up so far. We're Houston and Atlanta. We're lining up so far. Denver at Buffalo. The Donkeys go to the Bills. Donkeys are sitting at 3-7, coming off a loss. The Bills are 7-3, coming off a win. The Bills are going to 8-3, Prime. I've got the Bills pegged in a wild card spot already. I think they're taking one of the AFC wild cards because of their schedule.
Wow. Well, I don't know if I'll go that far, but the Bills are playing some decent football. I can't say much about them, but I'm going to pick them. Absolutely.
Well, Big L and I looked at their schedule on Monday when we did the breakdown on the show, the Monday show, and they've got a very favorable schedule down this stretch, and they're not gonna tank. I know they're the Bills. You know, they are the Bills, and let's not forget where they sit. But they're not gonna. I mean, they're 7-3 for a reason. I mean, you don't get 7-3 by tripping it at 7-3.
Right. And the thing is, a lot of the talking heads are actually saying that the Raiders have a really favorable schedule on out.
Well, that's been our talk the whole way. I mean, even how you picked it. I'm sure you probably don't even remember because you were probably half faded at the time. But you actually picked the Raiders to win 5 games in a row down the stretch, then drop one and then win one on the way out. So you actually picked the Raiders to win 6 out of their last 7 games, Prime, in our way too damn early preseason predictions. So you were already feeling it, man. That's the way the schedule laid out, because you had that insane road stretch, and then if you came out and you did well in the home stretch after you came out of that crazy road stretch, then all of a sudden you were right in the race. You just had to be head above water, right around 500 coming out of that crazy road stretch they gave them, and we did what we were supposed to do.
We had our home game in London.
Yeah, exactly. And then, which is fucking stupid. But then we come home and we won 3 in a row. We did exactly what we were supposed to do. Beat the Lions, beat the Chargers, beat the Bengals. Now all you gotta do is go on the road and beat the Jets, and you're staring it down a 7-7-4 matchup against the Chiefs. So that's
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
Then the Chiefs.
But man, the Chiefs have looked pretty vulnerable as of late. So.
Well, Tyreek Hill coming up gimp with that hamstring, and yeah, a speed guy with a hammy. That's something to worry about. That's only 2 weeks, man.
His bye week is on time, we'll say that.
Hammy, that ain't enough time. That's 2 weeks. He gimps out in the first quarter. I'm calling it. Tyreek Hill, out, first quarter. All right, in the Raider game. There you go. It's my fucking stamp it. Giants. Well, hold on. Denver at Buffalo. I saw a lot of people throw up in there that they thought Denver might be a trap game for the Bills. Nah.
For the Bills,
Fuck.
Denver's high garbage, man.
The Bills don't have a trap game because they've just sucked for so long. They get up for everybody every week. This is the Bills. They ain't got no trap games yet. They ain't that good enough to have a trap game.
They're not a good team.
No, fuck no. No. I'm picking the Bills. Damn, Prime, we're in sync tonight. New York Giants at the Bears. And the Bears. The Bears go and get Khalil Mack in the trade last year, and they seemed to do all right with him last year, but then ever since, they're 4-6. They lost another game. They looked bad in that game. But they're playing the Giants, who are 2-8 and have lost 6 straight.
Have a starting job next year.
Who?
Mr. Trubisky.
Oh, he'll have a starting job next year, just might not be in football.
Right. No, but it's kind of funny because throughout the season thus far, teams have sort of gotten right against the Giants. You know, like, you play the Giants, you kind of have a good game, you beat them. And I don't know, I've been seeing that around the league a little bit for all the teams that have played the Giants, that is, I guess. But the Bears,
man, everybody's picking the Giants. You guys, they got no love, no faith in the Bears, Prime.
Is this in Chicago?
It is in Chicago.
Yeah, man, I gotta go Bears, man. The Giants they're not road dogs.
Man, I mean, across the board, everybody picked Giants. That was crazy.
Yeah, the 2-8 Giants. You go for it, guys.
Yeah, I don't know if I can get on that train either, man. The Bears suck, but the Giants suck on a level that's just a little worse than the Bears. Oh, I gotta go Bears on this one. I don't see the now. I don't see the Giants taking that one, man. I got no faith in that quarterback. The fucking quarterback from Duke. I got no faith in that guy. What the fuck they were thinking there? You don't go looking for your quarterback of the future at fucking Duke. You may look for your point guard of the future at Duke, but you don't look for your quarterback of the future at Duke. What the fuck is with the Giants? Typically, they've been pretty good at finding quarterbacks through, in the past.
He was the MVP of the Senior Bowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
And?
Quarterback of the Senior Bowl, because he played in the Senior Bowl.
Oh, good for him. Okay.
And he was hoping to get drafted. It just so happens.
It just so happens that somebody was stupid enough.
When you have to.
Pull that lever. All right. Well, all right. We're on board with the Bears. We're on board on all 4 of the first games picking together. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Man, what a fucking dumpster fire this game is. You've got a quarterback with a big dent in his fucking head and a light wallet. You've got Cincinnati who actually didn't look that bad against the Raiders last week. They actually had us on the ropes, but they still only put up 10 points. So even though they made us work for that win, they still didn't score shit. Man, it's at Cincinnati. Brandon's on board with Pittsburgh. What do you guys got? Who you got? You got Cincinnati or you got Pittsburgh? Throw it up in the comments up there. And thank you all for watching, as always. Thank you all for watching through our technical difficulties. We persevere and overcome.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you to all the football fans out there. Oh, sorry, I'm only on the phone now, but
yeah, it is
sorry,
what it is.
we'll figure it out. I don't know what's going on either.
I don't either. They completely changed it up. The option's not even there anymore.
That's messed up.
Damn sure is. But it could be just for today. So who the fuck knows? It's about half and half for the Bungles and the Squealers.
Yeah.
Since Sister East, she's on with the Bungles. She just can't go with the Squealers.
Man, Smith-Schuster is down. James Conner is down. Like, you're just a total B squad for...
So's the Bengals, man.
So I'm actually going to go. I think this is the game. This is going to be the demise of the Steelers. Oh, man, it's so hard to pick against them in this situation because, honestly, Tomlin's not a terrible coach. I mean, he's got Super Bowls and shit. Oh, man. So, I got to go I'm going to go Cincinnati. They're going to get off the schneid.
Fuck. I'm going Cincinnati as well.
Shut the front door.
Yeah, I don't believe... Pittsburgh's way too beat up. They lost all the weapons they had, and the quarterback that they've got back there is fucking terrible. What I've seen from Cincinnati is a team that has had nothing now for several weeks because they lost all of their fucking tools right at the beginning of the season. They lost every fucking thing. They lost Ross. They lost A.J. Green before the season even started. They came in with shit. They were falling apart already. So they're actually starting to come around a little bit because they've had to play like with nothing. So I'm going to go with them because they played with nothing for longer, Prime. I guess that's my argument. They've sucked longer, so they've gotten better at it, and they're not as... Oh, fuck, I don't know. I'm picking Bengals. It's a coin flip.
Really?
I guess. Whatever. Miami, sticking in Ohio. You got double games in Ohio this weekend. Miami at Cleveland. The Dolphins go to the Browns. The Browns are out clubbing motherfuckers last week. And he's suspended.
In a good way. They weren't like, getting bottle service and whatnot.
No. Not that kind of clubbing. No G-string type clubbing. But,
No. They weren't making it rain or anything.
No, they absolutely were not. One suspended indefinitely, one suspended for a game. But Miami, they've managed to scrape together a couple wins now, Prime. So they're 2-8. They're coming off a loss. Browns have won 2 straight. They're up to 4-6. I think Browns. I got to lean towards the Browns in this one.
Yeah, I got to go with Cleveland. I think the Browns are, I don't know, they're like a teenager in a room full of grown men. But they're talented, They got some skills.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to go Cleveland at home. Miami's still no good. I don't care. Fitzmagic's not going to happen. That's cool. Yeah,
the problem is Fitzmagic's losing weapons. Miami didn't have shit anyway. They already basically depleted the talent on that team. And he was kind of getting by there for a minute with what they had, but they've started to lose some talent at wide receiver. They've took some hits on the injury train. And, yeah, I don't think they can hang in this game. Cleveland's on a bit of an upturn. I think it's too late, though. At 4-6, it might be too late. I mean, they're not going to run the fucking table and go 10-6. So, I mean, if they drop a couple more games, this season's over. And, I think they might finish out all right. I think they've kind of righted their ship a little bit. But yeah, they're going to win this one. That'll be 3 in a row, and then we'll see what happens the next week.
I mean, losing Myles Garrett is a big deal, though. That guy was pretty good.
Well, yeah, he doesn't suck.
Yeah. So,
Devontae, I hope so, man. I hope you're right, Donovan. I hope you're right. I'm thinking about starting Parker in fantasy against this guy I got to play this week. So I'm hoping he has a big game too. We'll see. I have some interesting decisions to make a wide receiver for this game. Some interesting decisions.
Yeah.
It's kind of an important game.
I can't help but hear you say something about fantasy, and I just wanted to tell everyone about the dominance I've had. I actually had an off week last week, and I scored 175 points.
Yeah. I just happened to play Prime this week in fantasy football in the Hardcore Challenge. As I'm sitting in second place in our division. He's sitting in first. You did clinch the division already. You did clinch the division already, so.
That's right.
Yeah. But I'm getting a goddamn wild card. Oh, yes. I'm getting in. I just got to get in.
Coming to the dancing of the regular season was just training camp for the playoffs.
Yeah, listen, I don't want to bring up your postseason record, so you just shut up.
I don't want to talk about it either. I'm talking about it now.
All right, now moving on to Carolina at New Orleans. The Panthers at the Saints. The Panthers, man, they did not look good last week. They've dropped to 5-5, dropped 2 straight. Saints at 8-2. They look like they're running away with this division. I mean, the Panthers are in second. If they don't win this game, the Saints are running the fuck away with this division.
Yeah. And the Panthers are coming off some bad losses, really. So, I don't know, man. The Saints did get caught by the Falcons, They went out and laid an egg, and the Falcons won a game.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Could it happen again with Carolina? I don't think the quarterback is going to do them any favors. I mean, with Cam Newton, they probably have a chance.
Yeah.
If he were healthy. Yeah, but I don't even know if he's going to play as a Panther ever again. But
I don't either.
Yeah. I got to go Saints.
Jesus Christ. I'm going Saints as well. Jesus, this is ridiculous. We've picked every game the same. I'm going Saints as well. I mean, I wasn't really sold on this quarterback they're trying to shove in for Cam Newton. I mean, Cam Newton got hurt. Let's not get like every guy that comes in for some guy that gets injured is not Kurt Warner or Jim Plunkett or I mean, it's not a guy that's going to take your team to the Super Bowl because the other guy got hurt. So I don't know if that's what they're thinking. Like, oh, we caught lightning in a bottle with this guy. Gee, we didn't think this guy was going to be the guy. I don't know. I think they're jumping a little too fast to throw away Cam Newton. I'm not a big Cam Newton fan anyway, but he's better than this guy.
This guy actually throws to wide receivers, though. Cam Newton only throws to running backs and tight ends.
True. I'm not a Cam Newton fan, man. He's just not a true quarterback to me, and at some point that becomes an issue. At a point in the season, I know you can get by with the different style, but at some point I want that true NFL quarterback, stand in the pocket and can dice up a defense. I don't think that's Cam Newton.
Is Lamar Jackson a quarterback?
He is. I'm not saying he's not a quarterback. He's a different type of quarterback. And I like a little more prototypical NFL quarterback. Lamar Jackson, the style of Lamar Jackson is it's electric, and you see these crazy highlight reels and this shit. But you know what, Prime? I've seen it before. I've seen that story. I've seen that movie. I've watched it. I watched Michael Vick, Chapter 1, 2, and 3. I watched RG3. I watched them try to do that, and they completely destroy him that season. I watched Colin Kaepernick almost do it and get to a Super Bowl. Russell Wilson is probably the closest guy that's actually had really success, but he's more of a prototypical NFL pocket passer too. If he just runs a little more, but I don't know, man. That type of quarterback, to me, I think when you get in the cold and in the nitty gritty of the playoffs, they seem to break down. They don't seem to be as. But we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
He's supposedly the new breed. So we'll see. But
Can't be the new breed, though, man. Like you said, we've seen it before. Mike Vick was the original, man.
yeah, seriously, we've seen this all before. It's just Lamar Jackson is having a phenomenal season, and I agree with Raider Ortiz. His ass is gonna get figured out soon. The NFL does that. Gimmicks don't work in the NFL. If that's one thing I have learned, gimmicks do not fucking work. They only work for a minute. The Wildcat was cute for a minute. Everybody wanted to fucking try it. And then about a season or so, that shit was nothing. Everybody snuffed that shit out, and hardly anybody uses that shit anymore except to throw it in like once in a while. You'll see it tossed in. But there's all these little trends like that, and, you know, that stuff just doesn't last. As soon as you get tape, NFL coaches will pick that shit apart, and they'll figure out a way to beat it. So
Yeah, but the NFL right now is bigger, faster, and stronger, and I think Lamar Jackson is actually faster than a lot of dudes, and I tell you what.
well, yeah.
I know in the past,
Like, dude runs like a deer.
Right now there's not been a more perfect offense. It's more or less a college offense right now for Lamar Jackson. But anyway, let's pick some games here.
All right. We got off the road there a little bit, but that's all right. We're allowed to do that. All right, Oakland at the Jets. Raiders are on a 3-game winning streak. Everybody's talking about them this week. They got the win against the Bengals. Didn't score as many points as they should have. Had a couple turnovers that killed some drives, but as a whole, it was a pretty solid game. Young defense is looking good. The Jets, however, they've won a couple games. They're actually on an upturn, but these wins were against the Giants and the Redskins. So let's grade those on a curve. It's the Jets. They're 3-7. Raiders are 6-4. What do you think, Brian?
Well, I believe I picked the Raiders in the preseason to win this game. In the way too damn early preseason picks.
Let me see.
And
You did, as did I. As did I.
And I'm going to pick him again, absolutely.
As did I. Actually, Big L picked him to lose this game.
Shit, Big L?
Good Lord, Big L. Come on now.
What
He
was
did.
he thinking?
He hasn't losing the next two, actually, but then winning out. That was, eons ago, though. But, yeah, I'm going Raiders in this one, Prime. I think the Raiders have built a little swagger, and I think they're going to go and they're going to take care of business against the Jets. And it's lining up. You can't look past the Jets at all, man. You can't look past anybody in the NFL. But it's kind of, the stars are aligning for that week 13 December 1st game in Kansas City. They just are. The West is going to, whoever has the stronghold in the West is going to be decided right then, going down the final 4 games of the season.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I think it's easy to pick the Raiders here, but you cannot look past the Jets, even though this could be a trap game, because right now, even you're already focused on next week.
I know, I agree. This could definitely be a trap game, man. You came home, you've been at home for 3 games, you've won, you're all the mojo, everybody's and you can totally go there because the Jets are feeling great too, man. They've won 2 games, and now they're at home this week, and they're feeling pretty fucking good too. Le'Veon Bell don't suck, man. He's got the capabilities of any game. He's that type of back that could take a game over.
Yeah, he is that kind of back. That's no joke. And man, they're feeling good, and they've got a real defense. But at the same time, I don't know. John Gruden is starting to, it sort of impose his will a little bit on this team. You're getting good quarterback play, which is his hallmark, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, of course, will it travel? That's the big question here. Are the Raiders ready to take the game that they developed over the last 3 games at home and take it on the road?
That.
And I think they are. So.
Well, I think so. I mean, they've proved that they could get it done on the road. Got a couple wins on through that road stretch. It was tough. It went to London. That was a big win against the Bears in London. That's when the Bears had everything clicking at the beginning of the season. That kind of knocked them off course. They've never really gotten back on course since. So I think so too. I agree. This could be a trap game, but I think this team's focused enough and this team's young enough that I kind of like what I said about the Bills earlier. I don't think they've really had a trap game yet because I don't think they can look past anybody. As young as this team is, I think they're taking everybody seriously week to week. Us as fans, fuck yeah, we're looking at week ahead at the Kansas City game. I don't think the team is though. I really don't. I don't think the team is. I think they win this game. It's a big game. I think they win it. And sets up for the... Or did we pick the same team again?
Well, I mean, come on now.
Are you taking the Raiders?
I'm taking the Raiders.
All right, well, I'm taking the Raiders, so I guess we did. All right, Detroit at Washington. This is an interesting one. You got Washington's. They went to the new quarterback prime. They're 1-9, lost 4 in a row. Like fuck it, let's give the kid a shot. Which I don't agree with, but whatever.
And Detroit's playing with a backup quarterback. Matthew Stafford wasn't in last week.
Yeah, they're 3-6-1.
This week.
Lost 3 straight. This is what happened to the Lions, man? The Lions, I thought were actually had the chance to be something this year, and they just
for a hot second, you know it.
Yeah, they were right there, man.
Then it all fell apart, but I think they put it together for this game. I think the backup quarterback, I think he was out of Florida. Then I think he went to directional school or maybe a state. Anyway.
To what? A directional school? What the fuck is a directional school? This is left. This is right. Oh. That's north. That's south. Oh. Directional school. I'm picking Detroit in this one. I don't agree with the philosophy of well, let's get him a little experience by throwing your young quarterback to the wolves with a shitty team who can't win when it had a better quarterback in there. I never understood that theory. How that helps a young kid gain some experience and some confidence. How the fuck does that help, Prime? I never got that.
Well, I mean, that's how the NFL has done it for a good long time. I mean, even Peyton Manning had a terrible first season, but he came in, got drafted, and started. And that first season was god awful. I'm pretty sure he threw more interceptions than touchdowns. And that's just how they've done it in the past. Now, it's not every day that they get, Aaron Rodgers, who sits for like 4 seasons or something like that, 5 seasons before he gets to play. And I think that benefited a quarterback like him. But meanwhile, that's just Dwayne Haskins for the Redskins he's right where he should be, man. He's a first-round draft pick. He's a quarterback. Let's see it happen.
I guess we'll see. We'll see. I'm picking Detroit in this one, though. I don't think he's ready for it. Going Detroit.
No, he's not that good.
No. Seattle at Philly. All right. Here we got one. We got one we might actually be on the opposite sides of the fence on, maybe.
Right.
Seattle. They are currently sitting at 8-2. They're chasing the 9-1 Niners, and Philly is sitting at 5-5 off a loss. Philly needs this one bad. Philly's at home. Philly needs this one a lot. I don't know, man. Seattle, they don't want to be a wild card. So, Seattle wants to catch the Niners, so, this is a big game, and we'll see.
I think...
What's up, Raymond?
That one year they played in the Super Bowl with Sean Alexander, I think they were a wild card that year. But anyway, in all actuality, I can't go with the with the Seahawks here. I got to go Eagles, and I'm going Eagles because of this, actually. It has everything to do with the Seahawks. The Seahawks right now are being heralded. Russell Wilson's being talked about as the MVP. The only reason they lost or they won their last game is because the 49ers got a kicker off the street because they had an injury, a kicker, and the guy had been with the team maybe a week.
Well,
Literally.
they were in that game though, Prime. Come on, because I know that's because of the kicker, but let's not forget about Russell Wilson and his heroics before that, and going down the field and bringing it back. I mean, come on now, I watched that game, Prime. Come on.
Yeah, I watched that game too, and it looked pretty even.
I hate to say anything nice about the bitch pigeons. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Nah,
I am a bitch pigeon hater from way back. Hate fucking bitch pigeons, but I'm picking the bitch pigeons this week. They're taking down the Eagles. Russell Wilson is playing that good. The dude does not turn the ball over. He's deadly accurate, and bitch pigeons. I think they put it on. It's a 2-touchdown win at Philly.
No way. Carson Wentz is going to be flying. Man, they've got a safe face in Philadelphia right now, and they're not going to lose at home this week. Not this week, no. I think, wide receiver out of California.
Aguilar?
No. Older. He's really fast. He used to play for the Eagles, went and played for a couple other teams, and then came back to play for the Eagles again.
What are we talking about? You lost me.
Deshaun Jackson.
Oh, Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think he's back.
Yeah, he is back. Because nobody else wants him. He's a cancer in the locker room. Now he's Mr. Nice Guy because, he figured out I got to shut the fuck up to get paid somewhere. So.
Oh, yeah. He was always a dick, but then all of a sudden, I mean, you couldn't deny it because he was fast. He was fast as hell. He's faster than everybody.
He hated Jameis Winston, man. That dude hated Jameis Winston. Like, you dumb motherfucker, just throw me the ball. Well, basically what damn near would say in the fucking press conferences is like, the dumb motherfucker just won't throw me the ball. He wanted out because he wouldn't throw him the fucking ball. It's like, dude, you got Deshaun Jackson. Throw him the fucking ball. What are you, fucking retarded?
Yeah. Then he got Thatcher came in and threw him the damn ball. It was the shit.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, exactly. That was it. That was half of it right there. You got a guy like that, dude. You just got to throw the ball. Even if he's not open, he's going to outrun the guy when the ball's in the air. You got to trust a guy like that. That's why you bring a guy like that in. You fucking dumbass. Jacksonville at the Titans. Jags at Titans. Divisional game. Oh, what do we got here? Where are these fucking Jagoffs sitting at? I forgot. What the fuck are these?
Jaguars just got Nick Foles back.
4-6 at 5-5, and actually, since the Colts and Texans are leading at 6-4, everybody is alive in this division. So this is actually kind of a big game for this division, really.
Yeah, and I think just to muck this division up just a little bit more, Jacksonville's going to win this game.
I think I agree. Foles is back.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, we're only split one game so far. Foles is back. I'm not sold on Tannehill. I'm not sold on Tannehill, and he doesn't get it.
Not a chance I'm sold on Tannehill.
No. Now, I just had a question, and I'm going to take it. Somebody just asked me, Prime, why John Gruden's being so conservative with the play calling for the Oakland Raiders, and I'll take that and run with it. It's a little thing. Have you ever heard of the West Coast offense? It's run heavy, short passes, screens. You control the ball and you chunk down the field. That's what it is. You take what the defense gives you and you move down the field and you move the chains. That's what it is. We don't have a number one wide receiver. We have a bunch of guys trying to fill in for the number one wide receiver, but we don't have one.
You know, Terrell Williams is number one?
He's not a number one. He's doing really well as a number two, trying to fill in for a number one, but he's not a number one. He's just not. He's not. I'm sorry. He's not.
Yeah, well.
He's playing the number one.
Conservative with the play calling because the Raiders are essentially a really young team. And the West Coast offense is one of the most intricate offenses in the NFL. So I think they're sticking to more basic play calling to bring the players along.
High percentage passes, man. High percentage passes. You eat the clock up. You keep the ball out of your opponent's hands. You grind it and you score. You can't turn the ball over. You seen what happened last game? There were 2 drives, the interception and the fumble by Jacobs. Both of those were going to be scoring drives. You don't fumble those 2 games, that game was a fucking blowout if you don't blow both of those drives. So that's what Carr had been great. He'd only had 4 turnovers, and Jacobs had no fumbles coming into that game. So we've been clean. Got a little dirty last game. They got to clean that shit up. But that's the offense. The Raiders do not have a sexy offense this season, Prime. That is not what it is. This is not Al Davis's vertical game. We don't stretch the field. That's not what this team is. This team is a really... Not yet, maybe. But we just don't have those guys, man. We don't. We don't have the speedster. We just don't. We don't. We got good hands. You use them, get first downs, move down the field. We're getting a good young defense going, though, man. Those guys are starting to look good, and that's the exciting part to me. 3 more games, Prime. Let's get to them. Dallas at New England. You got New England 9-1. You got the Cowboys at 6-4. Both of them are leading their divisions.
Yeah, the NFC East is a bunch of garbage, but yeah, and I'm gonna pick the Patriots on this one. I don't care.
It's in New England.
Yeah, it's at home. It's ridiculous. Yeah,
they're gonna win.
They're gonna figure it out, and yeah, Dallas is not that good.
They're not that good, and even if the thing is, even if they lose this game, it's not even gonna drop them out. They'll be right in it within a game of first place still with the Eagles. It's gonna come down to them and the Eagles. They're gonna jockey in, and it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't think the Cowboys are that good. I think the Eagles are going to still actually overtake them. And
God damn, Nancy.
So.
Fucking savage. Jesus.
Whoa.
She just went.
What happened?
She just went and told motherfucker to build a bridge and get over it.
Oh, shit. Get over what?
I don't know. I just caught the backlash of it. Whatever it was, he needs to get the fuck over it. That's all I know. So, yeah, shit. All right. Green Bay at San Francisco.
Yeah, I think the 49ers are for real, and they're actually going to beat Green Bay. Green Bay is Aaron Rodgers and some dudes. I don't care. And, yeah, they're not that good either, but still, they're going to go to, I think it's at San Francisco, and... Is it?
Yeah, it's at San Francisco. It's Green Bay at San Francisco. Got Green Bay's sitting at 8-2. San Fran sitting at 9-1. This is your Sunday night football game.
Yeah, it's TV worth watching.
I'm going Green Bay, man. I'm not a believer in San Francisco. I'm just not. I'm not yet. I'm not. Maybe if they win this game, they may make them a little more for real to me. But not yet. I'm picking the Pack. I think the Packers are winning this one.
And Jimmy G is out there in California, just I don't know, laying porn stars and living it up, that California life. And yeah, yep.
That's what I think about that take, Prime. Fuck that shit. I'm taking the Packers. All right, see, so there's another one. There's 2 games we're on the opposite side of the fence on. Only 2 out of the whole fucking week. That's ridiculous.
I thought that was a third.
No. We both picked Jacksonville, right? We both picked New England.
Yeah.
So we're on the opposite side of the fence of Seattle and Philly and Green Bay and San Francisco. That's it so far.
All right.
And that leaves us with Monday Night Football, November 25th, starting off. Fuck Thanksgiving weekend. Next week, yes. Extra day of football.
Oh, yeah, Turkey Day.
Fucking 2 more games on Thursday. Fucking Thanksgiving. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah. Baltimore at LA. The Rams. The LA Rams, excuse me. Not the LA Chokers. The Rams.
Yeah.
Joker's is fitting after that
Man.
fucking Mexico City game too, Quivers. You sorry bastard. And in case
the Rams are
you
suddenly
didn't
trying to
know.
find themselves or something. They don't even know what kind of a team they are. And yeah, actually, oh man, I gotta go Baltimore on that. And for the record, Prime does not like the Baltimore Ravens. Why? Because they were the Cleveland Browns. And like, why did Cleveland move to Baltimore? That is the worst decision in football history. So bad that they came back and put football back in Cleveland.
It was a really bad decision. Cleveland was one of the historical NFL cities, and you ripped football away from them. It seemed like a bad move at the time, and they tried to repair it.
So fuck the Ravens, but the Ravens are gonna win.
I think so too, man. The Rams they've got that Super Bowl hangover. They lost, and typically the team that loses the Super Bowl, man, you don't just bounce back. The Raiders know that. I mean, we haven't been shit really since we lost. Yeah. They're just not the team they were last year. There's no way around it. It's an interesting matchup. The Aaron Donald and their defense a little bit against Lamar Jackson and how they're going to handle him is a little bit of a nice matchup, but
yeah, I mean it'll be good TV, but yeah, I think the Ravens right now are playing on a different
I agree with you.
level than a lot of teams, man.
I agree with you. I'm going Baltimore as well. I can't pick the Rams, man. I don't give a shit if they're at home. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Look, LA is not a fucking home field. LA is not a home field advantage for anybody. The Rams don't have a strong fan base. You've seen the Chargers games. That's fucking pathetic. That's bad. They're bad.
Yeah, Chargers games are just like a Midwesterner's vacation in California.
Yeah. It's like, look, our team's going to be playing out there in LA. You show up there.
Let's go.
God, they played the Steelers there a few weeks ago. Jesus H. Christ, it looked like it's in fucking Pittsburgh. That's how it looks when the Raiders come there. When the Raiders come there, it's a fucking blackout, man. It doesn't even look like it's a Chargers game, and that's the way it's going to be at the end of the season in that second to last game. Oh, it's on my daughter's birthday. I just realized that. Son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, everybody knows LA is a Raider town.
Oh, damn. And it's an afternoon game, man. It's a 1 o'clock game. Oh, that sucks. That's just not good. It's my daughter's 16th birthday, man.
Holy smokes.
So how am I going to watch this game? I'm going to have to figure something out.
Yeah, man.
I haven't missed a game, and Jesus sakes, I can't even remember when the last game I didn't watch was. It's been a long time.
16th birthday.
16. Jesus H. Christ.
You having one of those? You having a 16th birthday party?
We're doing something. Oh, yeah, we've got... Oh, man. It's her 16th birthday, so... Oh, Jesus. Of course, it's a big deal, so this has been a high topic of conversation for quite some time, so...
Yeah,
Yes.
that is a big deal.
Yeah, we have things in the works. Don't act like we haven't thought about it, like we're bad parents. Come on now. Of course we have. It's her 16th fucking birthday.
Nah, man, I'm like.
She's my firstborn.
Matt, bro, like, we're all. I know what kind of. We don't need to talk about this.
She's my firstborn. 16. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna kill some kid someday.
16.
Oh God,
Whoa.
terrifies me. She's learning how to drive and shit. Oh my God.
2 years and she's an adult.
All right, so there's all of our picks. You guys are picking along with us. We'll see how the hell we did. Prime and I were only on the opposite side of the fence of 2 games through the entire schedule, which is ridiculous.
Wow.
Seattle and Philly and Green Bay and San Francisco. We picked along the rest of them. And lines. Fuck you. Yeah. There you have it. That's your slate of games for week 12, Prime.
Yeah, I'm deep in the purple in so many ways, and yep, that's a slate of games, my man. I can't wait till it starts tomorrow night.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And Me and you. The Silver and Black attack against the Beaver Street Roar. That's as important a matchup as any this week in the Hardcore Challenge. And you must lose. I beat you and I punched my ticket into the playoffs at 8-4. God damn it.
Oh, no, man. I'm going to go, what, like 11-1 or something like that? And
I don't care. Silver and Black attack takes down the Beaver Street Roar. You seen the dead beaver pic I posted? Tree gonna fall on your ass.
I saw that. I like that beaver pic you posted with all the guns looking all badass and whatnot.
No, it's not that kind of beaver. It's dirty dead beaver week.
What's happening this week? That's right, man.
Dirty dead beaver.
Get caught up in the buzzsaw, man. I'm gonna gnaw you down and make a dam out of your bones.
Well, I hope my team shows up, man. I'm leaning a little on Silver and Black this week because they're going to the Jets, and I feel that's a good matchup. I'm playing their defense and Jacobs and Carr. So, we'll see. We'll see. It's my wide receivers, though. We'll see. All right. Well, we'll try to get Prime actually in video next week so we don't have to do this freaking nonsense. We'll get it figured out next week. But until then, thank you all for joining us, each and every one of you. We appreciate you stopping in, as always. Appreciate any second you spend with us here at Raider Reaction. You guys are the shit. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Raider Reaction Webcast. Check out our website, RaiderReaction.com. And until then, I am out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.